Good afternoon, vlog. Today is Sunday. What day is it? Well, what's the date? No, November 18th. Today is a leg day because I ate so much yesterday. I'm gonna have some oatmeal here in a minute, I think, with some peanut butter. But it's already 2 o'clock. I just woke up. It's a really late start in the day. But all I'm doing really today, starting a couple campaigns for a client, actually a friend, who asked me to help him out with something. Editing yesterday's vlog, and then going to the gym today. Now today is a leg day. I'm going to be recording my leg day today, and then I'll put up the captions on, or like I'll tell you guys what I'm doing. Whether it's a workout, I'll list it in the description below. I'll put it in the description below, and then I'll also put it up on the screen so you guys know exactly what is what. But I'm gonna get to editing. Yesterday's vlog was very short, and it ends abruptly because I never actually said goodbye for the day, like I usually do. But I'll catch you guys later when I'm going to the gym, and talk to you then.
You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any deeper now? I gave you all I own, put you on this golden throne, but I'm a little stronger now. You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now.
Okay, so right now it's the end of the workout, and I decided to roll out my muscles, especially since in the past I've had ridiculous muscle cramping and pain. And I can't tell you the amount of pain that I was actually exposed to by rolling out, but I tell you now that sitting here at my desk editing this, about 4 or 5 hours later after the work, actually it's only 3 or 5 hours, 3 hours later after the gym closed and I left. Um, that my legs feel so light right now. They're going to be sore because that also broke down fascia and is allowing to let loose a whole lot of toxins and lactic acid buildup from the workouts in the past and this one. I can't tell you how much good it did for me.
Alright guys, hey, welcome back to my place, my bedroom, the humble abode. It's post-workout. I've already had a protein shake with 2 scoops of protein, 40 grams of protein, two scoops of the protein powder, and then also whole milk, which has got some additional amount of I think it's like 7 grams of protein or something. And then 2 heaping scoops of peanut butter, and each one of those has about, I think, 10 grams of protein for each one that I have. So that was a total, let's see, 40, 60, let's call it 70 grams of protein, and that was about 300 calories. Now, I've got some chicken strips in the oven. They're actually just like frying or cooking right now. It's a longer process for them to cook because they are frozen. And then I've got a ton of them in there, so it's going to be like another 100 grams of protein. And then I've also got this giant ass can of tuna. Turn the brightness up a little bit. Star-kissed tuna, so you can see there. And then I've got this mixed with mayo, mustard, and some pepper. This entire can, let's see, 11 grams for a quarter. This is a serving size about a quarter of a cup. And I'm eating all of this at once. Servings 4.5, so there's 4.5 times 11. Pretty much 4. Math. Man, math. $49 grams of protein plus the mayo. It's going to be a whole lot of calories. I'm going to call that about 500 calories or so. And then the mustard, and the pepper, and then the chicken. So dinner tonight's probably going to be around 120 grams of protein and probably around 1,100 calories again. I need to eat more overall, but I don't have the budget to do that, and you don't need to eat a whole lot to bulk. Like, I'm already like at 148, 150 right now. I used to be at 165. But the muscle and the strength is coming back fairly quickly, which is super nice. I just know that as I grow, I'll probably have to get a part-time job or a full-time job doing something. And I've actually thought about becoming a personal trainer because I like working out, I like helping other people, and I like branding myself towards fitness a lot more than I do towards marketing or anything else along those lines. So it's all fun in the game. So I also have something else going on. And if you guys actually, if you're watching this, I don't have a great following at this point in time. But my mom texted me earlier and said, hey, are you moving in? Because I live with my grandmother now. Just a little bit of context before I get into the story. My brother lives with my mom pretty much right around the corner from me. I live with my grandmother. My mom texted me saying, hey, are you planning on moving in with me, Julian, and Grammy in March? And I told her no. And I don't know what my plan is. I don't really have one. I haven't thought that far ahead. It's 4 months, which is it happens a lot. Like, I could literally probably be ready to move out of here in a month and a half. I don't know where I would go. I'd probably sell my bed, get a futon, rough it with a couple friends or something. I just know that at this time of my life, I don't really need all this fancy stuff. I need stuff. Don't get me like I need a new laptop. I need a newer camera. This one works fantastically for what I do, but I'd like an 80D Canon 80D camera or some kind of mirrorless camera. I need some more lens. I just need stuff for the vlog and for videography and stuff like that, but
trying to figure out, one, where am I going? Two, do I need roommates? Probably. Be stupid of me not to go and have roommates. And three, what's my price range? Two, what clients do I need to get to make this happen? Four, anything else on top of that? My finances are pretty inexpensive at this point. I don't make a whole lot. I take home about $800 and I put some back into the business just for Facebook ads and growth and stuff like that, and into myself. For like personal development and books and stuff like that. I do read fairly often, not as much as I used to or would like to. I probably should start reading more. But yeah, it's just so that's a thought that's gonna have to be really driven into a lot in the coming weeks, in the coming days, to try and figure that out. Really, in the coming month or so. Because March will come up quick. My mom told me that, and she's completely right. Time flies. Like, I'm surprised it's almost December already. Which has got me thinking, like, what are my goals for 2019? What do I really want to try in 2019? Do I want to travel more? I had a goal to go to 5 different states in the U.S. today. I went to one state that I wanted to go to, and I drove through 2 others, getting to that one state, and I spent 1 night there. Like, that's the extent of it. Hi, Zeusy. But I'm going to eat this. I'll catch you guys a little bit later. Expect a talk on why you should be eating what you should eat when you're bulking or cutting or whatever you're doing. I'm going to get into that here in a few. Hey guys, so I told you that I'm going to explain what you want to eat, or at least the amount of protein you want to eat when you're bulking or cutting or anything along weight training or weight loss, weight gain, whatever you're trying to accomplish. So with with bulking, what you want to do is eat 1 gram to 1.5 grams to 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So if I weigh 150 pounds and I want to put on and I want to maintain 150 pounds, I want to eat 150 grams of protein every day, along with the carbohydrates. I'm not sure how to calculate carbohydrates. I just eat a ton of carbs in general, so I know I'm hitting my amount. Along with the carbs and the fats and the rest of the nutrients, the micronutrients like your vitamins, your minerals, and stuff like that, in order to grow efficiently. Now, if you're 150 pounds and you want to get to, say, 180 by muscle mass, and you want to grow lean muscle, and you don't want to put on a whole lot of body fat, what you want to do, and what you should do, is eat 180 grams of protein, or 190, depending on how quickly you want to get to that point, and then also depending on how quickly you want to get to that point, the amount of carbs. So if you're going through a lean bulk, you should be taking in, at least I would be taking in a lean bulk, around 3,600 calories every day. I am getting that amount. My chest is actually, it's gotten quite a bit bigger recently since I've started working chest a lot more. You can actually see the striations. That's weird. I hadn't noticed that before. You can see the striations coming across here. But otherwise, anyway. So when you're bulking versus cutting, you want to be taking in more calories when you're bulking and less calories when you're cutting. Now, the goal here is not to just decrease everything that you eat when you're cutting. What you need to do is increase your protein, decrease your carbs, but along with the side, you just want to decrease the carbohydrates because your body stores carbs as fat. C6H12O6 and other stuff. That's C6H12O6 is carbs. That's sugar. That's basic compound sugar, okay? Your body stores that in fat all over your body. For some, it might be in their hips and their butt and their thighs. Others, it might be in their chest. I carry a lot more weight on like the side here, love handles. So that's where it's being carried. But when you're in a bulk, it's okay to have a little bit of that extra, unless you're wanting to compete straight out of a bulk. But I don't recommend doing that. So when you're bulking, 36 is what I would eat. If someone was, say, 20 years old, it's a girl, they're 5'4", I would probably say around 2,800 calories every single day. Maybe even 3,000 if they're really going hard at it. And if they're sitting at 110 pounds or 120 pounds and they want to get to 10 but put on more muscle mass and just tone down. Increase the carbs a little bit, just enough to be able to compensate for the muscle usage. And then that's because if you don't eat enough carbs while you're bulking, eventually your body is going to run out of fuel to work with. You're going to burn all of the fat off your body, which is what happens with bodybuilders who are going into competition. They're judged based on their appearance and their proportions and stuff like that. So if you run out of that availability for your body fat, eventually that would happen if you're not eating enough carbs. What happens then is you start to eat away the muscle that you've worked on to build, so your body has fuel to use. So what would happen, for example, if I wanted to work on shoulders more, since my shoulders aren't the best ever, and I wanted to stop working, if I wanted to work more on shoulders, but I stayed at 2,200 calories in a deficit versus what I'm spending every day in caloric deficit and spending calorie-wise, then let's say that the gains in my chest, the growth in my chest would slowly start to go away and my shoulders might grow more. But then eventually your shoulders run out of room and you're just going to look like you're going to lose a whole lot of body fat. You're going to lose a whole lot of muscle as well. So you're going to be disproportioned. So that's why you want to be able to take in more calories and more protein during a bulk versus a cut. And just as well, you want to increase your protein, like I said earlier, during a cut, so that when you are cutting, you have more calories to use and more protein to pack on and build muscle with, or keep muscle there with. Because if you're not taking enough protein, your muscles are going to deplete because there's nothing for that muscle to grow and keep in line with, to use as fuel. Okay, I've been just watching myself in the camera, in the mirror screen a whole lot. So sorry. And eventually that would run out. So that's my little 2 cents on what you should be doing for bulking and cutting. If you want me to go more into it, let me know. I went pretty in depth in the reasons why. Hold on. So that's basically it. Yeah. It goes far in depth. Now, foods that are good for bulking: rice, any kind of pasta, especially whole grain pasta. I really like basmati rice because it's super dense. It's not very nutritional, but it's got calories behind it. For a quarter cup of basmati rice, it's 170 calories, and I typically eat 3/4 of a cup in basmati in the rice every time I get done with a heavy workout or before I go in. I usually have that 2 or 3 times a day. And that's right around 510 calories. I think it's actually exactly 510 calories. So it's really nutritionally dense. Chicken for protein. Fish. I don't like tilapia. I don't recommend tilapia because it's a relatively dirty fish. It doesn't taste that great either. Salmon, cod's really good for you. I like catfish, so like during the summer I'll go out fishing. I'll actually catch my own catfish, and I'll cook that up. I like bass. It's an oilier fish. Ground beef, ground chicken, turkey bacon, regular bacon for people who are going through a dirty bulk. And then that's another conversation, clean bulk versus dirty bulk. I'll do that another day. And then for a cut, always eat vegetables, by the way, but for a cut you can have oatmeal in the morning or whenever you would want it. Lighter proportions of rice or pasta or whatever you're eating. Increase your protein. So more chicken, more fish, more ground beef, more whatever your meat of choice is, or if you don't like meat, if you're vegan or vegetarian, then whatever you would like to eat with that. Whatever holds the most whatever's the most protein dense foods. I know plants are really good, obviously, if you're vegan, and then vegetarian as well. Let's see. Eggs are major. Peanuts are really good. Peanut butter is excellent. Tuna. I love tuna. I actually just had a giant can of tuna. You guys saw it earlier, I think. And yeah, I'm gonna call the vlog at that. I'm running out of things to say right now, so I'm just gonna shut up and not just talk and talk and talk. So I appreciate you guys for watching. If you guys have any critiques on anything that I've said, or any advice or criticisms or anything, leave in the comments below. Be happy to look at it. I greatly appreciate you guys for checking out my channel. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. And if you like the video or you like what I'm doing, hit that subscribe button and like the video. And share it if you really want to. I greatly appreciate that. Hope you guys have a great night and see you tomorrow.